You might be shocked to learn that cities could shrink. Research suggests a staggering 87.5% of cities across the United States could face significant population reductions in the next decade or two. This trend is driven by a combination of economic shifts, climate challenges, and changes in the job market. For instance, many vibrant cities that once thrived are witnessing residents relocate to the suburbs or even to completely different states in search of improved opportunities and a better quality of life. Cities heavily dependent on industries that are in decline are especially vulnerable as they struggle to keep their populations intact. This situation compels local leaders to innovate and find new ways to attract residents and businesses. Rising housing costs, the availability of job opportunities, and climate issues like natural disasters or extreme weather can further push individuals to seek more favorable living conditions elsewhere. As urban planners and city officials confront this potential crisis, communities are proactively working to create dynamic, appealing environments. What innovative strategies will these cities adopt to reverse this trend and foster a thriving urban atmosphere? Did you know A wasn't always in our alphabet? Before the year 1000, the English alphabet didn't include the letter A, which is hard to believe today. Imagine trying to write everything without this essential vowel. In Old English, other letters like E, O, U, and Y became the go-to characters for crafting words and sentences. The absence of A shows how languages evolve over time. Letters that are common today weren't always present. You could even write an entire text without ever needing to use A, though crafting coherent sentences might be quite the challenge. The introduction of A came from influences like Latin and other languages, which shaped English into what we know now. This fascinating change makes us appreciate how our communication tools continue to adapt. So next time you scribble down a note or type a message, remember that the simple letter A has a rich history, reminding us just how dynamic language can be. Isn't it intriguing to think about how different our writing would look without this letter? Did you know redheads faced vampire superstitions in ancient Greece? In this fascinating culture, having red hair was not just a unique trait, it came with a mix of awe and fear. Ancient Greeks believed that red hair was so rare and unusual that it carried certain mystical qualities. Some people even thought that after they died, redheads could transform into vampires. This belief reflected a broader understanding of hair color and physical traits in society. Red was often associated with the divine or powerful forces, but it also sparked concerns about evil and danger. Superstitions surrounding redheads highlight how different societies interpret unique characteristics. Think about it. Today we see redheads as part of a beautiful spectrum of hair colors, but in ancient times their rarity led to strangely imaginative beliefs. It's intriguing to consider how these cultural narratives shape perceptions of individuality and difference throughout history. What other odd beliefs might past cultures have had about hair color? Surprisingly, it's a fact that fossils tell tales. Did you know most known dinosaur fossils are just single teeth or bones? This is because finding complete dinosaur skeletons is incredibly rare. Instead, paleontologists piece together the lives of these ancient creatures by examining various clues left behind, like teeth, bones, tracks, and even dung. These bits and pieces serve as valuable insights, revealing details about the dinosaurs' diets, habitats, and behaviors. For example, a single tooth can indicate what type of food a dinosaur preferred. Meanwhile, fossilized footprints give us hints about how they moved and interacted with their environment. It's like a giant jigsaw puzzle, where every small fragment helps fill in the picture of what life was like millions of years ago. So next time you think of dinosaurs, remember that even the smallest fossil can unlock a world of history. Believe it or not, women's brains age slower than men's. Recent research reveals a fascinating twist in the science of aging. Women's brains seem to have a youthful advantage, appearing roughly 3 years younger than men's brains when comparing individuals of the same age. This intriguing difference is linked to how our brains metabolize energy. While both men and women experience cognitive changes as they grow older, those changes unfold at different rates. Hormonal influences, particularly estrogen, play a role in this slower aging process. Estrogen can contribute to maintaining connection and communication between brain cells, which may help in preserving cognitive function longer in women. It turns out that the brain is incredibly adaptable, and these biological factors highlight the complex interplay between gender and aging. So, next time you think about aging, remember that the brain holds secrets that challenge our traditional views. Isn't it amazing how complex our bodies are? You won't believe what happened on eBay in 2006. In a bizarre twist of online selling, a woman attempted to sell a genuine human skeleton on the platform. This shocking listing raised eyebrows and sparked quite a discussion. However, eBay has strict policies prohibiting the sale of human remains. Shortly after the listing went live, it was swiftly removed, and the seller faced scrutiny for even attempting such a sale. eBay's rules are designed to ensure safety and ethical standards, reflecting societal norms about the treatment of human bodies. The incident serves as a reminder of the fine line between curiosity and legality in the world of online marketplaces. Moreover, it highlights how platforms have to constantly navigate complex issues around legality, ethics, and user standards. Can you imagine what it must have been like to browse through such an unusual listing? Did you know Emma Chamberlain ditched most of her clothes? In a bold move that surprised many, Emma, a popular influencer with 15 million Instagram followers, decided to eliminate 90% of her wardrobe. This decision came as she sought to step back from the relentless internet fashion cycle, a world that often pressures individuals to constantly buy and discard outfits. By shrinking her closet, Emma not only simplified her life, but also made a statement about sustainability. She aims to encourage her followers to think critically about fast fashion and the impact it has on the environment. With contracts from high-end brands like Louis Vuitton and Cartier, Emma remains a fashion icon, yet she's now challenging the norms of consumerism. Her action sparks a crucial conversation. Can we embrace our individuality without being trapped by trends? Let's rethink our relationship with fashion. Believe it or not, shark skin is rough. While it may look smooth at first glance, shark skin is covered in tiny tooth-like structures called placoid scales, or dermal denticles. These scales are incredibly important for sharks as they help reduce water friction, allowing these magnificent creatures to glide swiftly through their aquatic environments. Imagine swimming through water while feeling pulled back by a heavy current. This is what sharks would experience without their special skin. The unique texture not only aids in swimming efficiency, but it also plays a role in their ability to hunt and escape predators. This remarkable adaptation showcases how evolution has tailored sharks into the efficient hunters they are today. Next time you think of sharks, remember that their skin is not just for show. It's a finely tuned tool that helps make them some of the ocean's top predators. Did you know a cow can crossbreed with a bison? This fascinating hybrid is known as a beefalo. Beefalos are remarkable examples of how diverse animal genetics can be. They inherit traits from both of their parent species, typically showcasing a unique blend in appearance and behavior. While cows and bison belong to different species, their genetic similarities allow them to produce viable offspring. Beefalos often exhibit a sturdy build, with features that may resemble either parent, such as a thicker coat from the bison side. These animals also tend to inherit strong resilience to harsh environments, a quality associated with bison. While beefalos aren't common and usually arise in specific breeding programs, they provide insight into the incredible adaptability of nature. Scientists and animal lovers alike are intrigued by hybrids like the beefalo, as they highlight the extraordinary possibilities within the animal kingdom. What other surprising hybrids do you think exist? Believe it or not, a war that lasted 335 years. This extraordinary tale is known as the Dutch Scilly War, which started in 1651 and lingered without a single battle or loss of life. The bizarre conflict arose from a dispute tied to the English Civil War, illustrating how complicated historical events can lead to unexpected outcomes. Despite its name, the war was mostly a paperwork affair, involving the Netherlands and the tiny Scilly Isles off the coast of England. For over 3 centuries, the two sides maintained a state of war on paper, while life continued normally. People went about their daily routines, entirely unaware that a conflict existed. It wasn't until 1986 that the Dutch finally recognized they had actually forgotten about the war. This strange occurrence highlights how history can be filled with oddities, making us reflect on how sometimes it's not the battles, but the peace that deserves the most attention. Isn't it fascinating that an official war could come to an end just because of collective forgetfulness? Here's a wild fact about The Silence of the Lambs. Released in 1991, this chilling thriller took home the Oscar for Best Picture, but interestingly, it did not receive any acting nominations that year. This is quite rare in the film industry, where stellar performances often steal the spotlight. The film's gripping story and masterful direction by Jonathan Demme captivated audiences and critics alike, focusing on the psychological tension of the plot rather than showcasing individual actors. Jodie Foster's portrayal of FBI trainee Clarice Starling and Anthony Hopkins' eerie performance as Dr. Hannibal Lecter are iconic, yet the film's success is largely attributed to its intense narrative and production style. This significant moment raised questions about how we judge films. Does a great story eclipse individual talent? The Silence of the Lambs remains a perfect example of how storytelling can triumph over individual accolades. Did you know your stomach gets a brand new lining? The human stomach is an incredible organ that plays a vital role in digestion, breaking down the food we eat. To ensure that it functions properly, something fascinating happens. The cells lining the stomach are replaced every 3 to 4 days. This process prevents the stomach from digesting itself, which could be disastrous. The stomach produces gastric acid to help break down food. However, this strong acid could also harm the stomach walls if it weren't for the constant renewal of these cells. Each of these new cells helps keep the stomach safe from its own corrosive juices, providing a buffer that maintains a healthy environment for digestion. This rapid turnover is just one example of how our bodies are finely tuned machines, constantly repairing and regenerating to keep us healthy. So the next time you enjoy a meal, remember the amazing teamwork happening inside your stomach to keep you safe and well-nourished. What if I told you peacock feathers aren't what they seem? You might think those vibrant, shimmering colors come from pigments, but here's the twist. Peacock feathers are actually brown. The dazzling hues we admire, such as brilliant blues and greens, arise from microscopic structures within the feathers. These structures are cleverly designed to interfere with light, reflecting only certain wavelengths that produce those eye-catching shades. This phenomenon is known as structural coloration, and it's not limited to peacocks. Many other creatures, including butterflies and some birds, use similar tricks to dazzle onlookers. The way light dances off these feathers can change depending on the angle, making each glance at a peacock an adventure for the eyes. So the next time you spot a peacock flaunting its stunning plumage, remember that it's not just color, it's nature's own light show. Prepare to be amazed by clever butchers of Japan. In 17th century Japan, these crafty individuals faced a significant challenge: a ban on meat consumption driven by strong Buddhist beliefs. Instead of giving up, they embraced their ingenuity and rebranded meat as a type of medicine. By promoting it as a health benefit, they cleverly skirted around the restrictions while continuing to serve their customers. This unique marketing tactic not only allowed them to stay in business, but also revealed much about the culture and societal dynamics of the time. As butchers labeled their products as medicinal, they tapped into the mindfulness surrounding health, reinforcing the idea that food could nourish both the body and spirit. This fascinating twist in Japanese history shows just how creative people can be when faced with limitations. What other clever adaptations do you think history holds? Discover the most remote place on Earth. The Tristan da Cunha Islands, nestled in the southern Atlantic Ocean, are renowned as the most isolated inhabited archipelago on the planet. Located a staggering 2,434 kilometers from the nearest inhabited island, St. Helena. These islands boast a tiny population living in a community that thrives against all odds. The main island, Tristan da Cunha, is home to fewer than 300 residents who rely on fishing and farming for their livelihoods. Despite their remoteness, the islands offer breathtaking landscapes, from rugged coastlines to volcanic peaks, making it a unique destination for adventurous souls. The isolation means limited access to modern conveniences, but the strong sense of community among the locals compensates for it. Imagine living in a place so far from the hustle and bustle of the world. It makes you wonder what life is like there, doesn't it? What if I told you your brain cleans itself at night? While you snooze, an incredible process takes place that helps keep your mind healthy and sharp. During sleep, your brain becomes a bustling cleaning crew as cerebrospinal fluid flows through brain tissue to wash away harmful proteins and toxins that have built up throughout the day. This nightly cleanse is essential because these unwanted substances, if left unchecked, could contribute to issues like Alzheimer's disease or other neurological disorders. The brain's ability to perform this task highlights how important a good night's sleep is for overall cognitive function. So next time you curl up for some rest, remember that you aren't just recharging. You're giving your brain a chance to refresh and rejuvenate. How cool is that? Discover Mount Bosavi's unique wildlife treasures. Mount Bosavi in Papua New Guinea is not just another mountain. It's an ancient, extinct volcano that has been quietly nurturing life for around 200,000 years. This incredible age has allowed its isolated crater to develop a thriving ecosystem, teeming with over 40 unique species. Among these hidden gems is the world's smallest parrot, a tiny marvel that showcases nature's creativity. The isolation of the crater has protected these species from outside influences, allowing them to evolve in ways we can only imagine. The untouched beauty of Mount Bosavi serves as a living museum, highlighting the importance of preserving such unique environments. So next time you think about biodiversity, remember this gem in Papua New Guinea, where life unfolds in ways that are both spectacular and fragile. How many more secrets do you think this ancient volcano holds? Did you know Madonna dated Tupac Shakur in 1984? It's hard to believe that two of the biggest icons of the 80s crossed paths romantically. At the time, Madonna was already a rising star, captivating audiences with her pop hits and bold persona. Meanwhile, Tupac was on his journey to becoming a legendary rapper, known for his powerful lyrics and social commentary. Their relationship, though brief, stirred quite the buzz and showcased how music and culture can intersect in unexpected ways. Interestingly, Madonna's openness about their bond highlighted the importance of breaking barriers in the entertainment industry. They shared a connection that went beyond fame, as both artists expressed their struggles with race, gender, and societal expectations in their work. It's fascinating to think about how their collaboration could have changed the landscape of music and art forever. What do you think their partnership would have looked like? What if I told you about Jack the Ripper's chilling mystery? This infamous figure of London's dark history struck fear into the hearts of its citizens in 1880 by brutally murdering at least 5 women. The victims, often referred to as the Canonical Five, were found in the Whitechapel district, leading to widespread panic and a media frenzy. Despite numerous investigations and a long list of suspects, the true identity of Jack the Ripper remains an enigma, baffling historians and true crime fans alike. The gruesome nature of the crimes and the killer's ability to evade capture have kept the mystery alive for over a century. Speculations range from him being a local butcher to even a member of the royal family. The story continues to captivate the imagination, inspiring countless books, films, and theories. Why does this unsolved case still fascinate so many people today? Did you know sheep can recognize human faces? A fascinating study from the University of Cambridge found that these woolly creatures have impressive facial recognition abilities. Researchers trained sheep to identify human faces from photographs, rewarding them with tasty treats when they successfully recognized a face. Remarkably, the sheep showed they could recognize famous individuals, displaying accuracy almost like that of humans. However, their face recognition skills took a hit when images were tilted, showing that while they are clever, they have their limits. This research unravels the surprising intelligence of sheep and challenges what we think about farm animals. It also raises questions about the cognitive abilities of other animals. Could more animals have unrecognized skills? The findings open the door to understanding the social behavior in various species, and it's exciting to think what further studies might reveal. Is it really true that bridges can look like roller coasters? The Ashima Ohashi Bridge in Japan certainly gives off that thrilling impression. With its steep slope, the bridge presents a striking visual that challenges our perception of gravity. When you drive across it, you might feel as if you're racing up a roller coaster, which is both exciting and slightly nerve-wracking. However, this impressive structure is more than just a visual marvel. It plays a vital role in transportation. Designed to allow ships to pass smoothly underneath, the Ashima Ohashi Bridge demonstrates the ingenuity of modern engineering. Its height and incline ensure that even tall vessels can navigate past without any issue, bridging the gap between safety and functionality. Built to connect the cities of Matsue and Sakeminato, this bridge not only facilitates travel, but also showcases the creative spirit of Japanese architecture. So the next time you see a photo of this bridge, remember, it's not just about the thrill, it's a testament to intelligent design and purpose. Did you know that Ramador has a house numbered -1? Nestled beneath a cliff in the picturesque town of Ramador, France, this peculiar home is a fascinating sight for visitors and locals alike. The house, located below street level, earned its unique designation during the original numbering of homes in the area. Instead of being given a traditional address, it was marked as 1, which has sparked curiosity and intrigue. Tourists often flock to take photos and share stories about this unusual landmark, wondering what it's like to live in a house that is literally below ground level. The quirky architecture, coupled with the picturesque scenery of the surrounding cliffs and greenery, makes it a memorable stop on any trip. So next time you're exploring France, don't miss this one-of-a-kind home that challenges conventional numbering systems. What other quirks might you find on your travels? Here's a wild fact about light machines. A group of engineering students from Purdue University created a groundbreaking light machine that needs just 360 light movements to complete a specific task. This is quite impressive when you compare it to a similar machine at the University of Michigan, which requires 401 light movements. To put this into perspective, the average person typically uses between 140 and 250 light movements to achieve the same results. This means the Purdue team has engineered a device that operates more efficiently than both a traditional method and its rival. Why is this important? Because efficiency can save time and energy, potentially making a real impact in various industries such as manufacturing and robotics. As technology advances, innovations like these help pave the way for faster and smarter machines that could change how we work and interact with the world around us. Let's uncover the truth about laughter's power. Laughter isn't just a response to humor, it's a powerhouse for your health. When you laugh, your body releases endorphins, the feel-good chemicals that can help ease pain and boost your mood. This means that a good laugh can not only lighten your day, but also improve your well-being. But that's not all. Laughter plays a role in lowering cortisol, your body's stress hormone, which helps reduce anxiety and tension. Plus, the act of laughing even temporarily enhances blood flow and strengthens your immune response, making you more resilient. Believe it or not, just thinking about something funny can kickstart laughter in your brain. This excitement triggers the same happy brain areas, proving that anticipation can be just as rewarding as the real deal. So the next time you're feeling blue, remember that laughter might just be your best medicine. Can you believe ancient viruses are still alive? Scientists recently discovered that some viruses, like Pandora viruses and various bacteria, are thriving in 30,000-year-old permafrost. This eye-opening finding has sparked fascinating discussions among researchers about how these microorganisms can survive in such extreme conditions for thousands of years. The permafrost, which is a layer of permanently frozen soil, acts like a time capsule, preserving these tiny life forms from our planet's distant past. What's even more exciting is that these viruses can provide clues about Earth's history and the evolution of life itself. By studying them, scientists hope to understand how life can endure in environments that seem inhospitable. Could these discoveries lead to breakthroughs in medicine or biotechnology? The possibilities are endless, and the resilience of these microorganisms beckons further exploration into the mysteries of life on Earth. Here's a wild fact about Venus's climate. Venus, often referred to as Earth's mysterious twin, has a fascinating feature. It has no seasons. Unlike Earth, which tilts on its axis, Venus remains almost perfectly upright. This unique tilt, or lack thereof, means that all regions of Venus experience similar weather year-round. Forget about frigid winters or colorful autumns. On Venus, it's like an endless summer. The planet's thick atmosphere traps heat, creating scorching surface temperatures that can soar above 900 degrees Fahrenheit, about 475 degrees Celsius. This constant warmth leads to a harsh, stifling environment where sulfuric acid clouds swirl ominously. So, while Earth experiences beautiful seasonal changes, Venus's unchanging, sweltering climate makes it quite alien. Isn't it intriguing how such a close neighbor could be so different? Guess what really drives your sneeze reflex? It turns out that most of us can't sneeze with our eyes open. The reason behind this fascinating fact lies in how our bodies are wired. When you feel a sneeze coming on, your body prepares for a powerful release of air from your nose and mouth to expel any irritants. As part of this process, a reflex triggers the muscles around your eyelids to close tight, acting as a protective mechanism. This reflex helps keep foreign particles from entering your eyes during a sneeze. You might be surprised to discover that attempting to keep your eyes open while sneezing could lead to discomfort or even harm. Some people humorously claim it may result in spontaneous eye watering. It's incredible to think about how this automatic response exemplifies the body's clever design to protect itself. Each time that familiar tickle in your nose signals an impending sneeze, remember to embrace the closed eye experience. It's a natural way our bodies safeguard us from potential dangers. Why not appreciate this quirky yet vital reflex? Believe it or not, camels rule the Australian outback. These fascinating animals were introduced to Australia in the 1840s to help explorers navigate the dry, harsh landscapes of the outback. At that time, they were the perfect solution for carrying heavy loads thanks to their incredible ability to go without water for long periods. But what started as a helping hand quickly turned into something bigger. Today, Australia is home to over 1 million feral camels. These wild camels have adapted remarkably well to their new environment, thriving in the arid conditions. Interestingly, they have become quite a problem for local ecosystems, as they graze on native plants and compete with wildlife for resources. Despite the challenges they present, camels have become a part of Australia's unique story. So how did these majestic creatures go from helpers to a wild population? Can you imagine movies without Alfred Hitchcock's thrillers? Alfred Hitchcock is a true legend in the world of cinema, known for pioneering the thriller genre. With films like Psycho, Vertigo, and Rear Window, he created suspenseful stories that keep viewers at the edge of their seats. Hitchcock's innovative techniques, such as the use of music to build tension and his unique camera angles, changed how filmmakers approach storytelling. His ability to blend psychological depth with thrilling plots has influenced countless directors and writers. For instance, the iconic shower scene in Psycho remains a masterclass in suspense and shock, which is why it continues to be studied in film schools today. He wasn't just about scares. He explored complex themes related to fear, obsession, and human nature. Do you think modern thrillers would exist without his groundbreaking work? Surprisingly, it's a fact that electric vehicles have a history. The Sinclair C5, introduced in 1985, aimed to change how we think about personal transportation. This innovative three-wheeled electric vehicle boasted a modest 250-watt motor, which allowed it to zip along at a top speed of 15 miles per hour. With a range of around 20 miles on a single charge, it promised to offer a new, eco-friendly way to get around. However, despite its ambitious design, the C5 faced significant challenges. Its low power output made it unsuitable for the busy roads, and it lacked essential protective features like a sturdy frame or safety enclosures. Sadly, these limitations meant that the C5 never really caught on with the public. Although it ultimately didn't revolutionize transportation as intended, it marked an important step in the evolution of electric vehicles, paving the way for the more advanced models we see today. You might be shocked to learn that Congress limited debate time. In 1876, the United States Congress introduced a groundbreaking rule aimed at controlling the often lengthy speeches of its members. This initiative was driven by Benjamin Butler, a congressman renowned for his engaging yet excessively prolonged oratories. While Butler's eloquence captivated many, his long-winded speeches frustrated fellow lawmakers and impeded legislative progress. Understanding the importance of efficiency, Congress recognized the need for a structured approach to debates. By implementing this new rule, they ensured that discussions would be more concise and relevant, enabling a greater diversity of voices to be heard. This shift transformed the dynamics of congressional debates, diminishing the risk of powerful individuals monopolizing discussions. Consequently, the legislative process became faster and more respectful, fostering a culture of politeness among politicians. Did this decisive move not only streamline operations, but also enhance democratic principles by encouraging equal participation in vital legislative discussions? Did you know Hong Kong is a gold hotspot? Surprisingly, this bustling city has no gold mines of its own, yet it shines as a major hub for gold and jewelry exports. So how does this work? The magic lies in its strategic location, allowing easy access to international markets, along with tax exemptions that make it incredibly attractive to investors and businesses. Hong Kong's bustling port and efficient logistics mean that gold and jewelry can flow in and out seamlessly, making it a preferred spot for major global brands. Home to renowned names like Chow Tai Fook and Luke Fook, the city boasts an impressive jewelry manufacturing industry known for its exceptional craftsmanship. As a result, many tourists and locals alike flock to its vibrant markets and boutiques in search of stunning pieces and great deals. With international investors continuously drawn to the city's unique advantages, Hong Kong solidifies its status as a glittering beacon in the world of gold and jewelry, proving that sometimes a place doesn't need to have resources to thrive. Uncover the thrilling origin story of Levi's jeans. Did you know that Levi's, a name synonymous with denim, started in 1853 in San Francisco? Founded by German immigrant Levi Strauss, the company first sold dry goods, targeting the booming population of miners during the California gold rush. This bustling period sparked a need for durable clothing, as miners required sturdy apparel to withstand their grueling work conditions. Surprisingly, it wasn't until 1873 that Strauss teamed up with tailor Jacob Davis to revolutionize the clothing industry. They introduced the first ever riveted denim jeans, which featured metal rivets at pocket seams, making them incredibly resilient. These jeans quickly became popular among laborers, including miners and railroad workers, who needed reliable wear for their tough jobs. Over time, Levi's jeans transformed from practical workwear to a cultural icon recognized around the globe. Today, you see them worn by everyone from celebrities to everyday folks. Isn't it fascinating how a simple idea from the gold rush era shaped fashion today? Here's a wild fact about ancient Egypt's beer economy. In ancient Egypt, workers who built the magnificent pyramids received more than just money or food for their hard labor. They often got beer as part of their wages. Imagine getting up to 4 liters of beer each day. This wasn't just a tasty treat. The beer was essential for hydration in the hot desert climate and packed with nutrients that helped the workers stay healthy and energized. Beer was such a vital part of their daily lives that it became a standard method of payment. While today we might think of beer more for relaxation or celebration, back then it was a crucial everyday necessity for laborers. The ancient Egyptians even brewed their beer in large quantities, showcasing their impressive brewing skills. So next time you raise a glass, remember the pyramid builders and their unique form of currency. Why exactly does your body react in danger? The fight or flight response is a fascinating survival mechanism that kicks in when you face a perceived threat. Imagine walking in a forest and suddenly spotting a bear. Instantly, your body goes into action. This automatic physiological response releases adrenaline, a hormone that revs up your heart rate and makes you feel more alert. With your senses heightened, you can think faster and react quicker, whether you decide to confront the danger or make a swift getaway. This process is your body's way of preparing to tackle challenges or escape harm. Although it was vital for our ancestors in the wild, It still plays a significant role in today's world. Even when stressors are non-physical, like a looming deadline, your body can still react as if it's facing a real threat. Isn't it amazing how our biology helps us cope with danger? Let's uncover the truth about the penny black. The penny black, introduced on May 1st, 1840, holds the title of the world's first postage stamp, and it marked a revolutionary moment in mailing history. Featuring a young 15-year-old Queen Victoria, this stamp made sending letters easier and more affordable for everyone. Imagine a world where every stamp had to be cut out by hand. That was the reality until 1854, when stamps began being produced in sheets. Over 68 million copies of the penny black were printed, capturing the public's imagination and changing the way people communicated. Before its invention, sending mail could be complicated and costly, often depending on the distance and weight. The penny black simplified this process, paving the way for modern postal services. It's fascinating to think how such a small piece of paper transformed communication forever, don't you think? Why exactly does cigarette smoke turn sports photos blue? For decades, old sports photos from the USA have taken on a curious blue haze, and the culprit is often the thick clouds of cigarette smoke that filled arenas packed with fans. Back in the day, smoking was a popular pastime, and arenas were often a smoky affair, leading to this striking effect in photographs. The smoke would diffuse light in a fascinating way, creating a unique atmosphere that photographers struggled to capture otherwise. Interestingly, filmmakers and photographers today have found inspiration in this vintage vibe. They use hazers to simulate the same smoky look for dramatic effect, lending an air of nostalgia to modern scenes. So next time you view those classic images of athletes in action, remember the smoke-filled venues that shaped their iconic look. What other surprising effects do you think smoking has left behind? Did you know that Manhattan ants are truly unique? This fascinating ant species has been discovered right in the heart of New York City. Biologists recently identified these ants in a specific area, making them distinct to the bustling urban environment. What's intriguing is how these ants have adapted to city life, thriving in places where many other species might struggle. Their ability to navigate the concrete jungle, find food, and build colonies amid the hustle and bustle of city life showcases nature's resilience. Each colony of Manhattan ants has its own structure and behavior, contributing to the rich tapestry of urban biodiversity. So, next time you're strolling through a park or garden in Manhattan, take a moment to appreciate the tiny workers scurrying around. They are not just any ants, they are a proud part of New York's unique ecological story. Isn't it amazing how life flourishes even in the most unexpected places? The largest prime number is mind-blowing. In 2018, a mathematician named Patrick LaRose from Ocala, Florida, discovered a prime number with an astonishing 24,162,48 digits. A prime number is a whole number greater than 1 that cannot be divided evenly by any other number except itself and 1. Imagine trying to write down or even comprehend a number so vast. To put it into perspective, if you were to print this giant number, it would take up several pages. Finding such large prime numbers is crucial for various fields, especially in cryptography, which secures your online data. The process of discovering these massive primes utilizes advanced computers and intricate algorithms, taking countless hours of calculation. LaRose's discovery is part of an ongoing project called the Great Internet Mersenne Prime Search, GIMPS, where people around the world connect their computers to search for larger primes. Who knows how many more colossal primes are waiting to be uncovered in the future? Here's something incredible about cobalt mining. Cobalt, which powers many of our rechargeable batteries, is mostly extracted from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Unfortunately, miners there often face dire working conditions. Many of these courageous workers dig through soil that can contain harmful levels of radiation, and they frequently do so with just their bare hands. This not only puts their health at risk, but also raises serious concerns about safety and child labor. Remarkably, the demand for cobalt continues to grow as electric vehicles and smartphones become more popular, creating urgency to improve mining practices. Initiatives are underway to make the cobalt supply chain more sustainable and safer, which could protect miners and the environment. But will this change come fast enough to keep up with the booming tech industry? This might surprise you. Disgust protects us from disease. Researchers from the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine explored how people react to unpleasant experiences by surveying thousands of participants. They discovered that feelings of disgust play a key role in helping humans steer clear of potential health dangers like rotting food, open wounds, and unsanitary conditions. By categorizing the triggers of disgust into 6 specific groups, the study revealed that each group links directly to risks of infection. For instance, when we encounter something that looks or smells bad, this gut feeling urges us to avoid it, functioning as a natural defense against illness. The research shows that disgust isn't just an emotional response. It's an evolved mechanism that has helped keep our ancestors safe over the centuries. Isn't it fascinating how our feelings can protect us in ways we might not even realize? Guess what really drives movie theater rules? In Baltimore, it is illegal to bring a lion to a movie theater. This unusual law ensures a calm atmosphere for everyone watching films. If you've ever imagined a big cat sitting in a popcorn-strewn aisle, you're not alone. But the potential chaos that could follow makes it clear why such a rule exists. Lions, as majestic and fascinating as they are, wouldn't exactly make for a quiet, relaxing film experience. Just picture it. One roar and the entire audience is in a panic. The law likely originated from the need to keep patrons safe and comfortable. Movie theaters thrive on providing enjoyable experiences, and surprising wildlife is definitely not on the list. So next time you head out for a movie night, just remember, lions belong in the wild, not in the theater. Isn't it interesting how laws evolve to keep our spaces safe? What if I told you about the ultimate boxing tool? The Striker device for boxing training at home is a game changer for athletes of all levels. This compact gadget is designed to fit right into your home, making it easy to practice punches whenever you want. With built-in sensors, it gives real-time feedback on your strikes, helping you refine your technique and increase your speed. Imagine having a personal coach available at all times. Plus, it connects to various apps that track your progress, allowing you to set goals and monitor improvements over time. Whether you're a beginner looking to learn the basics or an experienced boxer striving for perfection, this device offers the professional training experience right at your fingertips. Say goodbye to the hassle of going to the gym and hello to a convenient way to enhance your skills from home, ready to take your boxing to the next level. Did you know Africa crosses all 4 hemispheres? This fascinating continent is truly one of a kind, stretching across the northern, southern, eastern, and western hemispheres. Imagine standing in the heart of Africa, where you can literally be in multiple hemispheres at once. From the bustling markets of Marrakesh in the north to the vibrant wildlife of the Serengeti in the south, Africa offers a stunning diversity of landscapes, cultures, and ecosystems. It also boasts the equator slicing through its middle, creating climate zones that range from tropical rainforests to arid deserts. This unique geographical feature not only influences Africa's climate, but also contributes to its rich biodiversity. Animals like elephants, lions, and penguins all find their homes in this diverse continent, making it a vital part of our planet's ecological balance. So next time you think of Africa, remember that it's not just a place of stunning beauty, but also a geographical marvel that showcases the Earth's incredible variety. How cool is that? Did you know Audubon ate the birds he painted? John James Audubon, a renowned wildlife painter, had an unusual method that might surprise you. As he captured breathtaking details of various birds, such as bald eagles, snowy owls, and whooping cranes, he didn't just admire their beauty, he actually consumed them. Audubon believed in experiencing the wildlife he depicted, so he incorporated the birds into his meals. This practice was part of his deep respect for nature and his desire to connect with it in a profound way. By doing this, he aimed to honor the creatures he painted and demonstrate the reality of their existence. While it may sound shocking today, it was a reflection of the times and his personal philosophy about art and life. How fascinating is it that his legacy includes not just stunning artworks, but also a unique relationship with wildlife? Can you believe someone hiccuped for 68 years? This incredible record belongs to Charles Osborne, who started hiccuping in 1922 while trying to weigh a hog. Imagine living with hiccups every day for nearly 7 decades. During his hiccuping spree, Osborne tried countless treatments, but none worked to stop the relentless rhythm of his body. His unique condition has puzzled doctors and fascinated people worldwide, turning him into a living medical mystery. Despite the challenges, Osborne continued to live his life, even making it to the Guinness World Records. His hiccups finally subsided shortly before his death in 1990, leaving behind a legacy as the longest bout of hiccups ever recorded. This bizarre tale serves as a reminder of how unpredictable the human body can be and the strange things that can happen throughout our lives. It also raises questions about how our bodies work and why some conditions remain unexplained. Are there other unusual medical stories waiting to be discovered? Guess what really drives water bears to survive? Tardigrades, often called water bears, are tiny, resilient creatures that amaze scientists with their incredible survival skills. These microscopic animals can endure extreme temperatures, ranging from nearly absolute zero to over 300 degrees Fahrenheit. But it doesn't stop there. Tardigrades can also withstand harmful radiation, intense pressure, and even the vacuum of space. Their secret weapon is a unique process called cryptobiosis, where they enter a state of dormancy, slowing their metabolism to near zero. During this state, they lose most of their water content and curl up into a tiny ball, allowing them to survive in the harshest environments. Researchers are studying these amazing abilities to learn how life might exist beyond Earth and how to protect ourselves from extreme conditions here on our planet. Isn't it fascinating that such tiny creatures hold such big secrets about survival? Did you ever hear about Charade's copyright mistake? In 1963, Universal Pictures made a significant blunder when they released the classic film Charade without the required copyright notice. At that time, proper copyright notices were essential for protecting a film's intellectual property. Because of this oversight, Charade entered the public domain in the United States the moment it premiered. This unusual situation meant that anyone could freely distribute, copy, or even adapt the film without facing legal issues. The film, which stars Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant, became a beloved favorite, but its surprising status as a public domain work led to a range of interpretations and adaptations by various filmmakers and artists. It's thought-provoking to consider how one simple oversight can change the fate of a cinematic classic. Have you seen this iconic film knowing it was once a free-for-all? Let's uncover the truth about Kilauea's continuous eruptions. This remarkable Hawaiian volcano has been in constant action for over 30 years. Kilauea is the most active volcano on our planet, and its eruptions have dramatically shaped the landscape of Hawaii, creating new land as molten lava flows into the ocean. Every time Kilauea erupts, it not only fascinates scientists, but also attracts visitors from around the world who come to witness the power of nature. The lava can create new islands or expand existing land, showing just how dynamic our Earth can be. Geologists closely monitor the volcano to learn more about volcanic activity and predict future eruptions, making Kilauea a key site for understanding volcanic behavior. Alongside its breathtaking beauty, Kilauea is a reminder of the raw forces beneath our feet. Imagine standing before a glowing lava flow, knowing it's reshaping the very ground you stand on. Isn't it incredible how nature works? Why exactly does Jesse Martin amaze with fractals? Jesse Martin creates stunning fractal illustrations that capture the imagination of viewers everywhere. These images are not just pretty pictures. They reveal hidden details that come alive when you zoom in. Each zoom level uncovers a new layer of mesmerizing patterns, giving the impression of an endless visual map that seems to stretch infinitely. Inspired by mathematics and nature, Jesse's artwork blends science and creativity seamlessly, inviting spectators to explore a universe of intricate designs where repetition and symmetry reign. His fractals challenge how we perceive art, encouraging people to look closer and embrace the complexity of what lies beneath the surface. Whether you're an art lover, a math enthusiast, or someone who simply enjoys beautiful visuals, Jesse Martin's fractal creations offer a journey of discovery that keeps on giving. Have you taken a moment to dive into the world of fractals? Can you believe how much combat changed? During World War II, the average infantryman fighting in the South Pacific faced around 8 days of combat each year. This intense but limited exposure was quite different from what soldiers would later experience during the Vietnam War. In Vietnam, troops encountered nearly 240 days of combat in a single year. This staggering increase reflects the shift in warfare strategies and technology, as well as the nature of the conflicts. While World War II battles often relied on large-scale engagements, Vietnam saw guerrilla tactics and prolonged skirmishes that kept soldiers in active combat for much longer periods. The psychological and physical toll of such a demanding combat schedule was profound for those who served in Vietnam. Soldiers had to adapt to constant danger and stress, significantly impacting their mental health and overall experience. What a drastic change in just a couple of decades. Most people don't know this record exists. On September 6, 2018, Evelina Delon accomplished a remarkable feat by setting a Guinness World Record for the highest piano concert held at an astonishing altitude of 16,227 feet at Singela Pass in India. This extraordinary performance was not just an impressive physical challenge, it served as a heartfelt tribute to her mother, who lost her battle with cystic fibrosis the year before. Playing under extreme wind chill conditions, Evelina didn't let the harsh weather deter her spirit. For over an hour, she skillfully performed, raising awareness about cystic fibrosis while honoring her mother's legacy. This breathtaking event, high above a beautiful landscape, inspired many and highlighted how art can connect deeply with personal stories and important health issues. Can you imagine playing a piano concert that high up? Why exactly does Mr. Beast sell chocolate? Mr. Beast, the popular YouTuber known for his outrageous stunts and philanthropy, has launched a chocolate brand called Feastables. This new venture not only gives his fans a tasty treat, but also reflects his personal passion for sweets and creativity. Feastables chocolates are available for purchase on his website and at various retailers like Walmart and 7-Eleven, making it easy for everyone to grab a bar. But there's more to Feastables than just chocolate. Mr. Beast is committed to high-quality ingredients, ensuring that you enjoy delicious flavors without any unnecessary junk. By connecting his brand to a good cause, he's also planning to donate a portion of the sales to help those in need. So when you buy a bar, you're not just treating yourself, but also making a difference. How cool is that? Have you heard about the Sperminator's unique mission? Ari Nagel, a New York-based man, has gained attention for fathering over 100 children through sperm donation. Known as the Sperminator, Ari offers his services without charging women, which certainly makes his approach different from most traditional sperm banks. His main goal is to help women who want to become mothers, and his altruistic motives have made him quite popular. However, it has also led to a complicated life as he pays child support for several of his children. Ari's story raises many questions about the nature of family and parenting in today's society. How does having so many kids affect his life? Is it a choice driven by generosity or a different kind of ambition? As discussions around family responsibility and choice continue to evolve, Ari's decisions spark fascinating conversations about what it means to be a parent. You might be shocked to learn about Lake Superior. This massive body of water is not just the largest of the Great Lakes. It holds a staggering amount of fresh water. In fact, it contains enough water to cover all of North and South America with a foot of water. Imagine every person in these two continents standing in 1 foot of water. It's mind-boggling. Lake Superior spans nearly 31,700 square miles, and its depth can reach over 1,300 feet at certain points. This incredible volume plays a vital role in local ecosystems, supporting a diverse range of wildlife, from fish to birds. The lake also has a rich history, serving as a crucial trade route for indigenous peoples and later for European explorers. Today, it continues to provide drinking water and recreational opportunities for millions. Isn't it amazing how such a giant lake can exist right in our midst? What if I told you space creatures are tougher? Recent research shows that organisms thriving in cosmic environments, like those found in outer space, demonstrate remarkable resilience and strength compared to their earthbound relatives. These cosmic conditions, characterized by extremes of temperature, radiation, and microgravity, seem to boost the abilities of these organisms, making them surprisingly robust. For instance, certain microbes have been known to survive intense radiation and the vacuum of space, far beyond what most Earth organisms could withstand. Scientists believe that understanding these resilient creatures can provide insights into the limits of life and help us explore the possibilities of life beyond our planet. With each discovery, we uncover more about how organisms adapt to harsh environments, raising questions about how life might exist on other planets and what forms it may take. Could these findings change our understanding of life's potential in the universe? Why exactly does South Dakota ban napping in cheese factories? This curious law likely stems from a mix of safety concerns and the importance of productivity in the cheese-making process. Cheese factories are busy places where workers manage large equipment and handle dairy products. By keeping the environment focused and alert, the law helps prevent accidents that could occur if someone were to doze off while on the job. Imagine the chaos if someone fell asleep next to a vat of curd. Also, cheese-making requires precision. Any distraction can lead to mistakes in the process. Workers need to be attentive to recipe details and monitor temperatures, so keeping the atmosphere vigilant benefits both their safety and the quality of the cheese produced. While it might sound odd, this unusual regulation helps preserve the integrity of one of South Dakota's beloved industries. Guess what really drives beer's unique flavor? Hops, or Humulus lupulus, play a crucial role in giving beer its distinctive bitterness and inviting aroma. But there's more to hops than just taste. They also have antimicrobial properties that help keep beer fresh for longer. This is essential for brewers as it extends the shelf life of their delicious creations, ensuring every sip tastes just as good as the first. Interestingly, hops and marijuana are actually part of the same family of flowering plants called Cannabaceae. This connection sparks curiosity, as both plants share some fascinating traits. While the effects of marijuana are well known, hops bring a different kind of enjoyment through their contribution to beer. So next time you crack open a cold one, remember that hops are working hard to keep it refreshing and flavorful. How cool is that? Let's uncover the truth about Wagyu beef. This remarkable meat is not just any steak, it stands out as one of the most expensive and sought-after varieties in the world. Wagyu beef is famous for its incredible marbling, which refers to the intramuscular fat that makes the meat exceptionally flavorful and tender. Originating from Japan, the breeding process for Wagyu cattle is strictly regulated and involves meticulous care. Farmers often massage the cattle and provide them with a specially balanced diet rich in nutrients, which contributes to the unique texture and flavor of the beef. Because of this intensive care, Wagyu has become a luxury item, often found on the menus of high-end restaurants across the globe. The cost of Wagyu can be quite staggering, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars per pound. So the next time you hear someone raving about Wagyu beef, you'll know that there's a fascinating story behind each delicious bite. Ever thought about why Sherlock Holmes inspires real detectives? Sherlock Holmes, the brilliant creation of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, has become a cornerstone of crime fiction, shaping how we think about detective work. With his sharp observational skills and logical reasoning, Holmes showcased a systematic way of unraveling mysteries that was revolutionary for his time. His adventures have motivated countless fictional detectives, but the influence goes beyond the page. Many modern detectives and forensic scientists reference Holmes's methods of deduction and evidence analysis as foundational to contemporary investigative practices. They apply his techniques, from gathering minute details to forming hypotheses based on facts, in real-life cases. The way Holmes pieced together seemingly unrelated clues continues to inspire how we solve crimes today, bridging the gap between fiction and reality. Isn't it fascinating how one character can change an entire field of study? Can you believe the largest beaver dam exists here? This remarkable beaver dam, located in Alberta, Canada, is astonishing. Stretching over 2,690 feet long, it not only marks a significant engineering feat by these clever rodents, but also showcases the incredible impact beavers have on their environment. The dam creates ponds that provide crucial habitats for various wildlife, contribute to water filtration, and help in flood control. Beavers, known for their impressive tree-chomping skills, build these structures to protect themselves from predators and create a safe living space. The dam was discovered in 2007 from aerial surveys and has since drawn the attention of researchers, ecologists, and even tourists eager to witness nature's prowess. Studying this giant structure helps scientists understand how beaver behavior influences ecosystems. So next time you think about beavers, remember how their hard work shapes the environment in such a grand way. What else do you think these fascinating animals can teach us? Guess what really drives cartoon character style? It turns out many cartoon characters, especially those from older animations, sport gloves to enhance hand visibility. This quirky trend began in the late 1920s when animators discovered that drawing hands in the same color as a character's body made them blend in and lose their expressive qualities. To solve this dilemma, they decided to use white gloves, which helped the characters' movements pop against their colorful bodies. Iconic figures like Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck became famous for their gloved hands, making it easier for audiences to follow their gestures and emotions. These gloves not only added charm, but also helped convey personality and action in a vibrant and engaging way. It's fascinating how a simple design choice has become an everlasting signature in animation, isn't it? Have you ever heard of John Calmo's record age? This remarkable individual is officially recognized as the oldest verified person, living an astonishing 122 years and 164 days. Born in 1875, John's life spanned through tremendous historical changes, witnessing everything from the invention of the telephone to the moon landing. Living for over a century means he experienced 2 world wars and countless technological advancements that reshaped society. Researchers are intrigued by Calmo's incredible lifespan, exploring factors like genetics, lifestyle, and environment that may contribute to extreme longevity. While most of us only dream of living such a long life, John's story raises fascinating questions about what it means to age gracefully. Could healthy eating, active living, and strong social connections be key? Or might there be secrets in his ancestry that science is yet to uncover? As scientists continue to study aging, John Calmo serves as an inspiration and a reminder that life can be wonderfully long and rich, filled with history and change. Let's uncover the truth about BrewDog's expensive beer. This remarkable brew, named End of History, made headlines in 2010 when it was crowned the world's most expensive beer. BrewDog produced only 12 bottles, each priced at an astonishing $701,000. So what makes this beer so special? It's not just the price tag. Each bottle is encased in a unique design featuring real armadillo and squirrel fur, adding a wild touch to its exclusivity. BrewDog aimed to challenge the beer market by creating something that not only tasted amazing, but also stood out as a work of art. The beer itself is a Belgian-style ale, boasting a rich, complex flavor that has captivated beer enthusiasts and collectors alike. This extravagant creation raises intriguing questions about the limits of luxury in food and drink. Is it artistry, a marketing gimmick, or both? Whether you're a beer lover or just curious, BrewDog's End of History is a fascinating tale of ambition and innovation. Can you imagine that drinking alcohol doesn't kill brain cells? It's a common myth that has scared many of us. While excessive and chronic drinking can indeed harm your brain and impair your thinking abilities, moderate alcohol consumption isn't as destructive as you might think. In reality, alcohol primarily messes with neurotransmitters, which are the chemical messengers in your brain. This disruption can lead to temporary issues with memory and focus, but it doesn't lead to permanent brain cell death. Our brain cells are surprisingly resilient. Research shows that when people enjoy a drink in moderation, their brains continue to function well without suffering the severe damage that heavy drinkers face. So the next time you hear someone claim that a glass of wine is killing brain cells, Remember that moderate drinking doesn't carry the same risk as heavy drinking? Isn't it fascinating how our brains work? Did you know that your nose affects taste? If you plug your nose while eating, you'll be surprised to find that an apple, potato, and onion can taste strikingly similar. This happens because our sense of smell plays a crucial role in how we perceive flavors. When we eat, tiny molecules from food travel to receptors in our noses. These receptors send signals to our brains, helping us identify different tastes. However, when we block our noses, those scent signals can't reach our brains, making it challenging to differentiate between foods that normally have distinct flavors. This fascinating connection between taste and smell explains why food can seem bland when you have a cold. So the next time you enjoy a meal, remember that it's not just your taste buds at work, but your nose too. Have you ever noticed how food tastes different when you're sick? Let's uncover the truth about proprioception. Proprioception is our body's amazing ability to sense its position in space, thanks to special sensors called proprioceptors found in our muscles, tendons, and joints. These tiny but mighty receptors continuously communicate with our brain, informing it about where our limbs are even when we can't see them. This incredible capability allows you to perform tasks like touching your nose with your eyes closed, a fun party trick that demonstrates just how well our bodies know their positioning. Think about how you can walk or ride a bicycle without constantly looking at your feet. It's proprioception that makes this possible, helping you move smoothly and maintain balance. So the next time you navigate without looking, remember, your proprioceptors are hard at work, ensuring you stay aware of your body's movements and helping you interact with the world around you. Ever thought about why slow cars cause accidents? When a car travels significantly slower than the average speed of traffic, it can create chaos on the road. Imagine walking backwards in a crowd. It's disorienting and can lead to unexpected crashes. Likewise, when a vehicle lags behind, it disrupts the natural rhythm of traffic, causing drivers behind it to brake suddenly or change lanes recklessly. This in turn can lead to a domino effect of collisions. Surprisingly, studies show that vehicles driving too slowly may result in even more accidents than those speeding slightly above the limit. The reason is simple. Traffic relies on a smooth flow. When a car is out of sync with other vehicles, it increases the chances of misjudgments and dangerous maneuvers. So next time you see someone cruising well below the speed limit, remember, they might just be putting everyone at risk. Believe it or not, Puma created a fitness tracking shoe. In 1986, the RS computer shoe came to life, blending fashion with innovation like never before. Designed to measure a runner's performance, the shoe featured a unique system of a disc and cable, which users could adjust for tracking their fitness stats. To guide consumers through this high-tech experience, Puma included an impressive 46-page instruction manual. However, despite its groundbreaking design, the RS computer shoe didn't sell well. Many consumers were skeptical about whether they really needed a shoe that tracked workouts, preferring traditional sneakers instead. The product's complexity may have been its downfall, as shoppers found it hard to embrace technology in their footwear. Today, we see how fitness tracking has become mainstream with smartwatches and apps, illustrating how ahead of its time Puma's RS computer shoe really was. Could it be that we weren't as ready for that leap in 1986 as we thought? Did you know neurons can transmit signals super fast? Neurons in our brain are remarkable cells that communicate with each other at astonishing speeds, reaching up to 268 miles per hour, 431 kilometers per hour. This rapid transmission is essential for everything we do, from moving our muscles to processing emotions and thoughts. When neurons send electrical signals, they create a connection, allowing our bodies to react almost instantly to things around us. However, if something interrupts this communication, it can lead to serious problems. For instance, conditions like epilepsy arise when these signals are disrupted, causing seizures that can affect a person's daily life. Understanding how neurons work sheds light on these neurological issues and emphasizes the importance of healthy brain function. Researchers are constantly studying these speedy messengers to find ways to alleviate and treat disorders related to neuron communication. Isn't it fascinating that such tiny cells can affect how we live and interact every day? You might be shocked to learn that winter wolves howl. This fascinating behavior involves coordinated howling that creates beautiful harmonized concerts. When a pack of winter wolves starts howling, it gives the illusion of a larger group, which can scare away potential threats. Imagine standing in a snowy forest and hearing this amazing sound echo through the trees. It's a powerful and eerie experience. The wolves howl to communicate with each other, sharing information like where they are and whether they have spotted prey. The harmony you hear is not just about making music. It's a smart tactic that helps them bond socially while also protecting their territory from rivals. So next time you hear a wolf howl in winter, remember that they are not just sharing songs. They are sending messages and looking out for each other in the wild. It's a beautiful example of nature's teamwork. Hard to believe, but loneliness can be deadly. A study from Harvard University reveals that being socially isolated may be just as harmful to your health as smoking. Researchers found that people who lack close friendships are at a higher risk for various health problems, including cardiovascular diseases. This connection stems from the way loneliness can elevate levels of a protein called fibrinogen, which plays a crucial role in blood clotting. When levels rise too high, it can lead to serious conditions like heart attacks and strokes. It's fascinating and a little frightening that emotional well-being directly influences physical health. So surrounding ourselves with friends and loved ones isn't just about having a good time. It's a vital step toward a healthier life. Are we doing enough to nurture our social connections? Here's what actually happens when monkeys meet tourists. In Indonesia, certain clever monkeys have caught the attention of visitors with their unique interactions. These monkeys have learned that tourists often carry food and shiny items, so they've adapted their behavior to take advantage of this. Rather than just scavenging, they boldly snatch belongings like sunglasses or bags, and then playfully demand food in return, showing off their impressive smarts. Observers can't help but be amused and sometimes frustrated, as these furry bandits cleverly negotiate for snacks. It's a fascinating example of animal adaptability, as these monkeys have shifted their behaviors from wild foraging to a style that benefits from human activity. This behavior not only demonstrates their intelligence, but also raises questions about wildlife and urban environments. Are we contributing to their reliance on human interaction? Can you believe Europa hides an ocean beneath ice? This fascinating moon of Jupiter, known as Europa, is not just a frozen ball in space. It actually has a massive ocean lying beneath its thick, icy shell. Scientists believe this subsurface ocean could be up to 60 miles deep and might hold more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. What's even more exciting is that this ocean could potentially harbor conditions suitable for life. Europa's surface is marked by intriguing features like ridges and cracks, hinting that the ocean might be interacting with the moon's ice. The presence of water, coupled with the possibility of hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor, presents a tantalizing environment for microbes or other forms of life. NASA's upcoming Europa Clipper mission aims to explore this moon in detail, searching for signs of life and studying its icy crust. What secrets does Europa hold, and could it be the key to understanding life beyond Earth? Can you imagine that Charleston shook in 1886? This powerful earthquake rocked Charleston, South Carolina, with such intensity that it caused many to think Florida might have broken off from the mainland. It was one of the strongest quakes ever recorded in the southeastern United States, shaking homes and buildings so violently that they crumbled. The tremors were felt far beyond South Carolina, reaching as far as Georgia and Tennessee, creating chaos in towns and disrupting rail lines. Given how rare earthquakes are in this region, the event left residents in shock and changed how people viewed seismic activity in the East. To this day, the 1886 quake is remembered as a pivotal moment in American geological history. It reminds us that nature can surprise us, even where we least expect it. Did you know about television's first rerun? Long before binge-watching became a weekend ritual, The Lone Ranger set a remarkable precedent by being the first television show to enter reruns. This iconic Western, which premiered in 1949, became immensely popular. captivating audiences with the thrilling adventures of the masked hero and his trusty sidekick, Tonto. By re-airing episodes, television networks discovered a brilliant way to keep viewers engaged and watch their favorite stories unfold again. This innovative move not only kept the show's legacy alive, but also laid the groundwork for the binge-watching culture we know today, allowing fans to relive epic moments at their own pace. Imagine how different TV would be if those reruns never happened. Would we enjoy the same marathon viewings of our beloved series? Did you know light can make you sneeze? Around 1/3 of people experience a curious phenomenon known as the photic sneeze reflex. This reaction happens when someone steps into bright sunlight, prompting a sneeze. The reason behind this quirky response is believed to involve the trigeminal nerve, which helps process sensations in the face and also controls sneezing. When intense light hits our eyes, the nerve gets stimulated and can sometimes trigger a sneeze, even if no irritants are present. Sneezing in the sun is more common than you might think, but it affects individuals differently. Some might sneeze once, while others could find themselves in a sneezing fit. It's a fascinating example of how our bodies react to environmental changes. So if you find yourself sneezing unexpectedly when you step outside, now you know why. Isn't it amazing how our bodies can surprise us? Ever thought about why the platypus is so special? This unique mammal, native to Australia, stands out for several fascinating reasons. First, it has a duck-like beak that helps it hunt for food in the water, where it primarily feeds on insects and small crustaceans. Unlike most mammals, the platypus lays eggs, making it one of the only few egg-laying mammals, known as monotremes. But that's not all. This intriguing creature has soft, thick fur that keeps it warm in chilly waters. Even more surprising, male platypuses have venomous spurs on their hind legs, which they use for defense, especially during fights with rivals. These spurs can deliver a painful sting, proving that despite its cute appearance, the platypus is equipped to defend itself. So the next time you think about Australia's wildlife, remember the platypus and its incredible adaptations that make it truly one of a kind. Have you ever wondered why wives are called esposas? This fascinating term in Spanish carries a double meaning, referring not only to partners in marriage but also to handcuffs. The origin is rooted in the word esposar, which translates to handcuff. This linguistic coincidence opens up a unique perspective on relationships and the cultural nuances of language. In many cultures, marriage is seen as a bond that ties two people together, often with both love and responsibilities. The playful connection between love and bondage in this terminology sparks curiosity about how language shapes our understanding of relationships. It's important to note that while the term may seem humorous, it also reflects deeper social dynamics and expectations within marriages. So when you hear someone refer to their wife as esposa, remember there's a rich story behind that word that reflects both partnership and cultural history. How many other languages have similar quirks? What if I told you Antarctica requires meal planning months ahead? Scientists working in Antarctica face unique challenges when it comes to grocery shopping. With limited access to supplies due to its remote location, they must plan their food orders well in advance, sometimes up to 6 months ahead. A simple oversight, like forgetting to order coffee or fresh fruit, could lead to long waits for cargo flights to bring in those items. These flights are complex and can be delayed by weather conditions, making every shipment even more critical. The logistics can be quite tricky, as teams need to stock enough food to last throughout the harsh winter months when the sun doesn't rise for extended periods. So while you might run to the store for a snack without a second thought, researchers in Antarctica are carefully crafting menus and keeping someone's favorite treats in mind, waiting for their next supply drop. Imagine planning every meal for half a year. Did you know Mars has a moon you can jump from? Deimos, the smallest moon of Mars, has an astonishingly low escape velocity of just 5.2 meters per second. This means that if you took a running jump on Deimos, you could actually launch yourself off its surface into space. To put that in perspective, Earth's escape velocity is about 11.2 kilometers per second, which is much harder to achieve. Deimos orbits Mars at approximately 23,460 kilometers away and is shaped more like a potato than a perfect sphere. Its low gravity adds to its unique characteristics. A person weighing 70 kilograms on Earth would weigh only about 26 kilograms on Deimos. So, if you've ever dreamed of jumping to the stars, just imagine doing it on this tiny Martian moon. How many other moons would let you touch the cosmos with just a leap? Did you know Dubai loves low-digit license plates? In this dazzling city, owning a low-digit license plate has become a sign of great wealth and status. These short numbers, especially those with just 1 or 2 digits, can sell for millions of dollars at auction. The rarity of these plates drives their value, turning them into true collector's items. Wealthy individuals often compete for these unique identifiers, with each low-digit plate becoming a badge of honor in a society that values luxury. Imagine driving around the city in a flashy car with a plate that has just the number 5 on it. Talk about making an impression. This trend also reflects Dubai's extravagant lifestyle, where the rich and famous showcase their affluence in every possible way. As you stroll through the city streets, you might spot a few of these prestigious plates, sparking curiosity about their owners and the stories behind them. Could a simple number like 7 really transform someone's status? Have you ever heard of Lake Baikal's treasure? This stunning lake, located in Siberia, is not just beautiful, but also holds a remarkable secret. It contains a whopping 20% of the world's unfrozen fresh water. That's right, Lake Baikal is the largest freshwater lake by volume in the world, holding about 23,600 cubic kilometers of water. To put it in perspective, that's enough water to fill more than 300 billion bathtubs. This ancient lake, estimated to be around 25 million years old, is home to unique wildlife, including the Baikal seal, which is found nowhere else on Earth. The water in Lake Baikal is crystal clear, with amazing visibility that can reach over 40 meters in some places. It's not only crucial for the ecosystem, but also serves as a vital resource for the nearby communities who depend on it for drinking water. Additionally, UNESCO recognized it as a World Heritage Site, highlighting its significant biodiversity and cultural importance. Isn't it fascinating how one lake can be such a treasure for both nature and people? Have you ever heard of the ultimate mother-son duo? JaVale McGee and his mother, Pamela McGee, have made history as the only mother-son pair to win Olympic gold medals. Pamela, a former WNBA star, was a powerhouse on the court and represented Team USA in the 1984 Olympics, bringing back gold from Los Angeles. Meanwhile, her son JaVale has carved his own path in the world of basketball, clinching his Olympic gold with the USA men's basketball team at the 2021 Tokyo Games. This extraordinary accomplishment highlights not only their individual talents, but also the unique bond they share. Imagine the pride of a mother watching her son excel in a sport she loves. Their story inspires aspiring athletes and showcases how dedication and hard work can run in the family. Whether on the WNBA hardwood or the NBA arena, the McGees continue to shine, proving greatness can be a family affair. Why is wearing yellow illegal in Malaysia? In a surprising twist, the ban on yellow clothing in Malaysia stems from its connection to political protests. Yellow has become a symbol of dissent, particularly for the opposition parties and activists advocating for democratic reforms. The government views the color as a threat, representing movements like the Bear Sea rallies, which demand clean elections and governmental transparency. As a result, laws have been enacted that restrict wearing yellow shirts, especially during protests or public gatherings. This controversial law raises questions about freedom of expression in Malaysia, as people debate the balance between maintaining public order and allowing individual rights. While some might see it as an attempt to suppress dissent, others argue that it's about maintaining peace. In this vibrant country, yellow may evoke a sense of rebellion rather than just a color choice. What does that mean for personal freedom in Malaysia? What if I told you about the Irish potato famine? During this tragic period in history, specifically in 1847, Ireland faced unimaginable suffering as approximately 400,000 people died from starvation and diseases linked to the potato blight. Meanwhile, an astonishing 4,000 ships were busy transporting food from Ireland to England and Scotland. It's hard to believe that amidst such desperation, a Native American tribe empathized with the plight of the Irish and sent $710 to offer support. This act of kindness highlights the interconnectedness of human experiences, even across vast distances. While the famine devastated communities, it also prompted acts of compassion. The disconnect between the food leaving the country and the hunger at home raises powerful questions about society's responsibility to care for its citizens. How did a land so rich in resources experience such suffering? And what can we learn from this moment in history? Guess what really drives romance in Seoul? The stunning Namsan Mountain is home to the iconic Seoul Tower, a beloved landmark that offers breathtaking views of the city. This towering structure features a unique silhouette that stands out against the skyline, attracting both locals and tourists. One of the city's sweetest traditions takes place here. Couples attach love locks to the tower's fence, symbolizing their unbreakable bonds. Each lock carries the hopes and dreams of couples who believe in eternal love. Visitors can enjoy a stroll along the paths of Namsan Mountain, taking in the sights and sounds of nature while sharing special moments with their partners. As the sun sets, the Seoul Tower lights up, creating a romantic backdrop that makes this spot even more magical. Have you ever dreamed of leaving your own love lock here? Let's uncover the truth about community safety laws. A new law has been introduced that emphasizes everyone's right to live in a safe environment, reinforcing the idea that protecting individuals is crucial for a thriving community. This legislation highlights how our legal frameworks are evolving to prioritize safety and security, ensuring that communities feel secure in their daily lives. By legally recognizing the right to a protected life, this law aims to deter crime and promote well-being. It encourages local governments to implement strategies and resources that enhance safety, such as better policing, community programs, and support systems for vulnerable populations. As more regions adopt these laws, we can expect to see a significant shift in how safety is viewed, not just as a luxury, but a fundamental right for all citizens. Could these changes lead to safer and more peaceful communities? Is it really true that Hongpu tea costs thousands? Absolutely. Hongpu tea, originating from China, is renowned for being one of the most expensive teas in the world. What makes this tea so special? Its rarity and exceptional quality elevate it to extraordinary heights. Grown in specific conditions on small plantations, the tea leaves are hand-picked with incredible care, ensuring only the finest are selected. The rich flavor and unique aroma come from a combination of the perfect climate, expert craftsmanship, and traditional methods that have been passed down through generations. Each cup of Hongpu tea can set you back thousands of dollars, making it a drink usually reserved for the wealthiest tea enthusiasts. Imagine sipping on this luxurious beverage, knowing that each drop is a blend of culture, tradition, and nature's finest. Have you ever tasted such an extravagant drink? Hard to believe, but penguins have changed dramatically. Today's adorable penguins are just a glimpse into a rich and diverse family that once roamed the earth. Fossil records reveal that ancient penguins, some towering as tall as humans, adapted to a variety of climates across the globe. Imagine enormous birds waddling through thick forests or diving into warmer waters. Over millions of years, many of these incredible species went extinct, unable to survive changing environments and competition. In fact, the penguins we see today represent only a fraction of the diversity that once thrived. This evolution showcases the remarkable flexibility of these birds, allowing them to inhabit icy shores and rocky coastlines while still capturing our hearts with their charming waddles. Isn't it fascinating to think about how these creatures have adapted and survived throughout history? Ever wondered how long a baseball lasts? In Major League Baseball, a baseball typically lasts for about 7 pitches before being replaced. This surprising fact highlights the endless action and energy of the game. Each baseball is designed for performance, but they can wear out quickly due to the intense conditions they face. Pitchers throw fastballs and curveballs with great force, and batters swing with powerful hits, affecting the ball's surface and structure. After those 7 pitches, The ball can get scuffed, lose its grip, or even develop unwanted dents. That's why umpires are always on the lookout for those signs, ready to switch out a ball if it shows any signs of wear. When a new ball comes into play, it's cleaner and has a better grip, allowing players to execute their best plays. With anywhere from 2 to 3 dozen baseballs being used during a single game, fans witness an ever-changing scenario on the field. How cool is it that something so small plays such a crucial role in America's favorite pastime?